In today's video, I'm going to be discussing 7 tips for healthy eating for optimal sleep. I think most people are starting to realize that sleep plays such an important role in balancing hormones, in feeling better, in being healthier, mood regulation. It does so much. And I think more and more people are realizing that sleep is so important. So, today's video, I'm going to be discussing how you can actually get better sleep from a dietary aspect. Now, there's a lot of things that can give you better sleep, but I'm going to be discussing it from a dietary aspect on what you can eat or eliminate that's going to help you sleep better. So stay tuned. My name is Tara, and I'm a Master Certified Health and Wellness Coach. My approach is to look at multiple areas and how they all affect your health, how they all work together, how they all work cohesively. So today I'm going to be discussing sleep health and dietary health and how they work together to give you better sleep. Now, as I said earlier, most people are starting to gain the idea of how powerful sleep actually is. Now, while there's a lot of different things you can do to improve your sleep, today's video is going to be mostly on just focusing on what dietary aspects you can incorporate into your life to help you sleep better. So let's get into it. And I'm going to be discussing 7 tips to healthier eating for optimal sleep. Number 1, reduce caffeine. Most people have heard that if you reduce your caffeine intake or you eliminate your caffeine intake between the hours of 1 and 4 p.m., that it's going to help you sleep better at night. And while that's a great practice and that does work and that's very helpful, I'm going to take it one step further and I'm going to say we need to be reducing our caffeine intake even more. And that starts in the beginning of the day. And the reason why is because caffeine intake, especially a lot when you need it to wake up, can disrupt your circadian rhythm. And your circadian rhythm is what's responsible. It's that delicate blend of hormones that runs through your body that gets you up in the daytime and it puts you asleep at night. And so when you disrupt it in the day, it'll trickle out all the way until you get to sleep. So the less caffeine that you can have in the beginning of the day, you allow your natural hormones to do their functions. Your hormones are going to naturally work to wake you up, and then their hormones later on in the day are going to naturally put you to sleep. So when you reduce your caffeine intake altogether, whether it's reducing it to 0 or very, very little, it works great because not only will it allow your hormones to function as they should, but then you get to utilize caffeine as a great mental booster when you really need it. If you have a project that you're working on that you need focus on, when you drink caffeine and you're not used to it, if you don't normally drink caffeine and you drink caffeine, you will have incredible focus and you'll be able to utilize it as the tool it needs rather than relying on needing more and more and more and more caffeine to get you going. So remember, if you can reduce caffeine to as little as possible, that will help improve your sleep health at the end of the day. I know it's kind of tough, so what I would say is work on reducing it little by little. Start maybe switching out to half caff. Definitely eliminate those midday energy drinks. Those aren't going to do no good for you. So reduce that caffeine intake and that'll help you get better sleep at night. Number 2, eat carbohydrates 1 to 4 hours before bedtime. I know this goes probably against every piece of dietary advice you've ever heard when it comes to best time of day to eat carbohydrates. However, carbohydrates will get you to sleep faster and have better sleep throughout the night. And the reason why is that when you eat carbs, it kicks off tryptophan. And tryptophan then converts to serotonin, and serotonin is the precursor to melatonin, which you need to fall asleep quicker and to stay asleep for good quality sleep. So what I recommend is eating a more keto-like or carnivore-like diet in the first half of the day, meaning only proteins and fats during the first part of the day when you wake up. That way you don't have blood sugar drops and spikes and drops, and you keep it constant. Then more about 4 p.m., more later in the day is when you want to introduce carbohydrates. And now I'm not talking about any particular carbohydrate. I'm talking about you want the complex carbs, not those empty simple carbs. You want complex carbs that are high in fiber with low glycemic index that are going to give you that hormonal response without that big glucose spike. So eating it later in the day will help you sleep better. Number 3, reduce fluids before bed. I know there's a lot of people out there who really enjoy that evening tea, that chamomile sleepy time tea. It's full of relaxing, calming ingredients, and that's great. And there's nothing wrong with that. The only issue is just the timing of it. And you want to make sure that you have it long enough before your bedtime so that way you can go to the bathroom, so that way it's out of your system. So it's not going to wake you up later on when you're in deep sleep, because when your sleep is interrupted by having to go to the bathroom, that's what we're trying to avoid. So just make sure that you get those teas and those drinks. If you're going to drink those fluids, have them early enough before bed so it's not going to wake you up in the middle of the night. Number 4, eat more magnesium-rich foods. Magnesium is so good for our sleep health for a couple of different reasons. The first thing is that it promotes more GABA in our system, and GABA is a neurotransmitter that helps promote sleep. Second of all, it also helps to relax our muscles. It's more mood calming. And so that is going to have another effect that's going to be good for our sleep. Now, you can take supplements actually called Calm that's available, where you mix a powder into a liquid and a gummy. You can do that, or you can just simply get more magnesium-rich foods. Some great magnesium-rich foods are dark leafy greens like spinach, nuts like almonds, or seeds like chia seeds, dark chocolate, fruits like bananas or salmon. Those are really great things to eat that are rich in magnesium that are going to help you sleep much better. If you'd like me to do more videos with sleep healthy recipes, put a thumbs up in the comment and just let me know if you want me to do more videos on recipes for sleep health. Number 5, eating more potassium-rich foods. Potassium is also really good for sleep health. Now, the great thing is that most of the foods that are high in magnesium are also really great in potassium. So you're getting a 2 for 1. Number 6, get more vitamin D. Vitamin D is so good for our health because it does so many things. For example, here's just a few, is that it helps regulate our mood so we don't get seasonal affective disorder. It helps with our immune system. So it boosts our immune system, makes it stronger so we don't get sick as often, and it prevents diseases. And it also helps us to sleep better. In the summertime, it's easy to get ample vitamin D because we're always outside. Now, the best and most natural way to get vitamin D is by exposing our skin to natural sunlight. And so when our skin absorbs that sun, it converts to vitamin D. We're always outside in the summer, we're wearing shorts and t-shirts, and the sun is higher in the sky. However, in the wintertime, it's a lot harder because we're covered up with clothes to keep us warm. We spend more time inside because it's warmer. Or the sun is actually lower on the horizon if you're in the northern hemisphere and the further north you go. So I recommend in the wintertime to supplement with vitamin D capsules. These capsules are fat soluble, meaning that they dissolve better when taken alongside fat. So you always want to take your vitamin D with food, but not just any food. You want to make sure that you're going to take it with high fat foods like avocado, salmon, eggs, or olive oil. Take it in the morning so that way you have time for it to be in your body by the time you go to sleep. So take it with breakfast or with your lunch. Breakfast with eggs would be an ideal time to take your vitamin D capsules. Number 7, reduce alcohol. Reducing alcohol is really good for our health and wellness for multiple different reasons. But in regards to specifically our sleep health, we want to reduce it because it will actually be better for us to sleep better throughout the night. Initially, it may have a sedative effect where we go to sleep quickly. However, studies have shown that it is harder to stay asleep throughout the night and get a good quality deep sleep when we have alcohol in our system. So we may get to sleep, however, we might wake up later, more in the middle of the night. And so that produces insomnia because we wake up and then we can't get back to sleep. Another thing is that it is more difficult to get into REM sleep. And REM sleep is that deep, deep sleep. That's when we have vivid dreams. So reducing that alcohol will actually help you sleep better because it'll take away that mechanism that might keep you awake throughout the middle of the night. If I have provided valuable content for you, I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe. And don't forget, if you are interested in having me do more videos on some great sleep healthy recipes, don't forget to put a thumbs up in the comments and let me know that you are interested. If you are interested in sleep health, you can watch this video right here, or you can watch my sleep health playlist. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, blessings, and good health, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.